saw you laugh. What are you doing?
I love that so much. Okay.
Well,
All right, I'm good now.
Yeah, it's a stark contrast. You got this your little intro, badass woman,
Yes.
walking down, there's like all that cool stuff, and then mine is just like, hey, beep shit.
That's actually the first time I've ever seen it. I've got this big stupid grin on my face.
Right.
Like I can't stop smiling about it. Yeah.
I know.
I can't.
That's why I like it so much. Is because it doesn't seem right.
No, it's so out of place.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna give Dark Gift a special, for his what's up peeps. He's having he got laid off. So stupid.
Oh no.
Yeah, he worked at a bar, so bars are shut down in New Jersey. So.
Will you?
But we're looking out for you, brother. If you need anything, just let us know.
Yes.
We got you.
Yep.
It's like, wow, that started.
Yeah, I forgot to tell everybody to turn their volume up.
Yeah. Yeah. We usually say max volume. So we have Mr. Wyatt Holliday, Mr. Peter Gilmore, and Mrs. Mandy Summers. How are y'all doing tonight?
Yeah.
I'm good.
Good.
Yeah.
Very good.
We're going to do something, and this might be a little bit of a shock to you.
Oh dear.
We might promote your book tonight.
Don't be silly.
What?
Fuck that. No.
Don't do that.
And also now, I'm just saying, if we have time, we may show the video for your book.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's like a special privilege right there.
That is.
Unheard of. Will you leave the stream up afterwards?
There are only a few times that we have taken the stream down, but they do go back up. So and that would require if something like that were to happen, that would be a lot of drinking. And possibly Mike showing his address on screen.
Possibly. Allegedly.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only one Mandy's ever had to take down was the Night of a Million Muskrats. But
Yeah,
Yes.
that was it.
Mm-hmm.
Them pesky muskrats.
Sometimes I have to be muskratted.
Oh no.
Sometimes
Oh, no.
it's happened.
Am I getting a full Ultra Force episode? If you don't back the book, you're gonna get some Ultra Force. That's for damn sure.
Prime was a good book.
The book was good. Yeah,
I liked Ultraverse.
yeah, Ultraverse was good. It was, the comics were really good. I enjoyed them.
Yeah.
I don't know why they tried to leave it hard case though. That never made any sense to me. He was boring.
Who? Hardcase? Yeah.
Yeah, hard case. Yeah.
What the?
I let it. Who?
What are you talking about?
We're talking about the
I was gonna say,
Ultraverse.
one of the least creative names for that.
Hard case.
Yeah.
Prime. Was it Ghoul?
Barry.
Yeah, Larry, Mo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you had Barry Windsor Smith's Rune.
Told you.
Yeah, all kinds of good shit up in there. That was good. I enjoyed it.
See, there you go. That's what I'm talking about getting
Oh, that's
Yeah.
That's how you cover your brothers right there.
Yes.
We appreciate that. Thank you so much, Kevin Splady. And welcome to the Piper Show.
Piper's
Oh
Pit.
no.
We should at least rate it again.
Well, he's the one that says it the most. So.
Pepper and mint.
No, I meant read the super chat instead of just saying all. Read it.
What's up, peeps?
Got you covered at Dark Gift Comics Presents. There you go.
There you go.
What's up, peeps?
So I want to know about Snowflake and
No.
Safe
No.
Space.
No.
Can I tell y'all this? I read that stuff to my son.
Mm-hmm.
I read the official descriptions and their names, and I showed him the pictures, and he was just like, "This is making fun of Marvel, right? Like, this is a
this
joke.
ain't real. This ain't
Yeah,
real.
and I'm like, no, this is fucking real.
When I first saw it about 3 days ago, I swear I scrolled by it in my feed. I swear I thought it was a war campaign thing. I thought it was a war campaign meme.
And what's really great is he really got stuck on was it screen time?
yeah.
He especially got stuck on that dude. Like he could not handle that dude.
Yeah.
He's like, so the dude's a fucking smartphone? Okay.
Yeah, but what
What the fuck is internet gas?
What are you gonna do with your special internet gas? I mean,
Yeah,
you know.
he's like, what the
Internet
fuck
gas.
is internet gas?
That whole
What's
thing
that
is
even
so
mean?
disturbing.
Yeah, it's the special internet gas that his grandfather invented. Come on.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
He seriously would not believe me for the longest time that it was real. I had to actually go.
Oh no.
I love that.
I just want to say that y'all should pack it up. It's Ogre. How can you compete against Snowflake, Safe Space, Reddit, Dora the Explorer, and Hot Topic?
I even told him that the new names that you were giving him. He
Oh yeah,
likes
yeah.
that.
You want to be sure.
He likes that.
Let me share those on screen. Hold on.
Consuela.
Here is
Someone's fetish. Reddit.
Reddit,
Consuela Martinez.
and we want the Raven audience.
Surprisingly, he got those jokes. So
Yeah. I mean, they're all shitty, but the vampire thing,
Mhm.
that
Oh, be negative.
I don't. Yeah, be negative.
Be negative.
Yeah.
They
I-
named okay. I love this because for a moment. So you got B negative. So you got this guy over here.
Mhm.
I don't even think is B negative even a blood type.
I think
Yes,
so.
be negative is an
Yeah.
art. Is
Yeah.
It's.
I like how they made him the tiniest one though. There in the back, just
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, there's
'Cause
this
he's
guy.
Because he's white.
But I'm pretty sure it's a chick.
Is it?
No,
It's
it's a
it's a
boy.
It's androgynous. I don't know.
Okay.
Don't
And
know
then
what
you
it
got-
is.
And then you got Consuela here, also called Trailblazer.
No,
Whose
no.
power is the ability to be Dora the Explorer.
Yeah.
That is what she looks like.
And
Yeah,
what
no
she
typing.
is too. Her power is just that she has a magic backpack.
What?
Yes, she has a
that's her
magic
power.
backpack.
She has a magic backpack.
from the gods.
I'm so
Right.
glad. I'm so glad I didn't read it, and I get you guys just to tell me what I'm looking at here, because y'all are shitting me, right?
No,
No.
because I thought the internet was shitting me, so I had to go and fucking read this shit.
No, I'm afraid they're serious, Mandy.
So that green
And-
guy.
And
Real.
also, this particular one, she's apparently the one that runs into battle first. I don't see her running anywhere.
Oh,
In the
okay,
description, I was reading him. I cannot remember, the exact words in the description, but it did have something about her running, and I said the same thing.
she's not running.
Yeah,
I'm-
like, she ain't running.
That's a special
If
attack.
she ran, she wouldn't look like that.
The ground
Um,
shakes. Perhaps the ground shakes so much that the enemies all fall over and then don't
Which
know.
I feel really mean, but it's a fictional character, so I don't. So
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Am I correct? And that is a yellow fanny pack around her waist.
No.
It's
That's
some-
part of the backpack.
It's
Oh,
part
yeah,
of
it is. It's
It's,
part of the
it's
backpack.
decoration.
I might have to pull up the video, aren't I?
Oh goodness.
No.
They
No.
would
there's a
See, we
video
got St.
of like
St.
one
Patty's Day Cyclops.
of the writers
so-
for it, and it's great because he sounds like this. Like he is just so hyped
and-
for his own creation. Let
know-
me tell
Yeah.
You know the Ethan Van Sciver, the Soy Boy sketch.
Hmm
you.
Yeah.
It looks like
Oh, he
is-
does look like it.
it looks
He does.
exactly like
Did
it.
you see all the stuff that his wife was saying on Twitter? Was it on Twitter? About how
I don't know if that's actually his wife because she is far too supportive of him.
No, I think it is.
Yeah.
I think that was not a new account. That was not.
Yeah.
I believe that is.
everything he's a genius. Every day he just proves more and more.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
What?
Okay, so that guy is what is it? Screen time.
Yes,
His
great
power is the ability to be connected to the internet at all times.
Mm-hmm.
Why is he wearing Geordie glasses?
So he can see the internet.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have a cool pair of Jordy glasses, and I can see
Like
that.
my son said, so he's a smartphone, and I'm like, sure, he's a Google Glass. That's
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
power is Google Glass.
Somebody said this is what happened when Cyclops and Ben 10 get it on.
That's what it looks
Yeah.
like. Yeah, that's what he looks like.
Now, and then you got Safe
There was-
Space.
Now,
Now,
are they brother? Are they brother and sister?
Well,
I
they're
swear.
siblings. Because, remember
Wow.
remember the gimmick on this one, right?
Snowflake and Safe Space.
No, let me explain Safe Space first. Okay,
Yeah.
Safe Space. All right, Mandy, you ready for this one? Safe Space is your typical jock, according to Marvel.
What?
I could see that straight away. First time I saw him, I thought that's a jock.
That's what. Yeah, there you go. It just screams jock.
I
Yeah.
want to know what at what school?
Mhm. And his power is called Safe Space because he can create basically safety bubbles or something like that, but only if somebody is in danger.
He can. Well, the thing is, he can make little force fields around
Yeah.
people, but
Yeah.
only other people,
He
not
can't
him.
do it around for himself.
But like I
Right.
said, but only if they're in danger, and that is like the most arbitrary fucking thing I've ever heard in my entire life. It's like,
Yeah,
like
that's
from-
like being
it's like from
invisible as long as
Twilight.
nobody's looking.
yeah.
It's like Bella's power in Twilight, except she could get herself too. But that's what she did. She protected them from mind stuff. So,
and then we have Snowflake.
Who is a cryokinetic?
But no. Remember how it was presented, Mike. It was
However.
presented. She is non-binary and goes by they them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That
So
was the first thing the guy said about her.
Yep.
What about the other one?
Oh, he's a dude.
Well, I know
He-
that, but but is he non-binary?
No.
No.
He identifies as a dude, but this one is non-binary.
Yeah, despite the fact that it's
They're clearly dressed like a chick.
yeah.
Well, I mean, they call her they call them they whatever
You gotta do
non-binary,
it.
but she looks more like a woman than She-Hulk. So
Yeah.
it pretty much fucking defeats the purpose.
I think it's really really clever how they've got the dude in pink and the girl
Right.
in blue.
Yeah.
Challenging those gender norms, man.
Yeah.
him.
Nailed it.
and you said they're siblings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are siblings that are
Fraternal twins.
embracing like that. So we have a Penn State jock
Uh-huh.
and his sister.
Yep.
I
Why do you think
this can't be real. It
Why do you
fucking can't.
why do you think our lads called it someone's fetish?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so.
Mhm.
Even in the South, that ain't okay.
Yeah.
That is not okay anywhere. That's not okay.
Speaking of
So-
someone's fetish, I assume that's supposed to be rage back there, but
Mhm.
what the hell with that mask?
Right?
It looks like gold dust.
Oh, no.
Oh man. And Snowflake, their ability is they can create ice shurikens, and it says that it just shows that even though we have a negative connotation about snowflakes can be sharp. I'm like, yeah, I've been stabbed by plenty of snowflakes when it's
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They immediately melt upon getting anywhere
Dangerous.
near.
Dangerous out there.
yeah. So that was that, and then there's let me show you this. Like I said, this is us we fixed it.
Yeah,
Right.
y'all did fix it.
Yeah.
But
Y'all made it better.
we decided that this isn't going to do, right?
I showed the kid the other one too. Yeah.
We decided later on this won't do, so we had to make some alterations. We've not only did we fix it, we made it better. Man.
Yeah. Y'all added more diversity.
So here we go. We've got
Now
White
it's
Knight.
diverse.
Yeah.
His special power is the ability to only make shields around whamming.
Yeah. And to tip his fedora.
Yep. And he might. I'm just saying. In his other power, it might be sexual predation.
Yeah.
Probably is.
Yeah. And see, this makes more sense now that we made this change.
Yeah.
And also,
not
you say that-
as woo.
You can also see that screen time is leaking internet gas.
Yeah. Yeah, he has got internet horns though. Look at him.
You know
Yeah.
what's the best, the greatest shit about this
Mhm.
is only that dude and his wife thinks he's a genius. Even SJWs are going, "What
It's
the
so many
fuck?"
laughs.
They
What?
said that non-binary people wouldn't dress like that. They said that's not the colors of non-binary. I mean, it's been a whole shit.
Some of them are nitpicking it like that, and some of them are just flat out going, "Dude, come on."
I know. Even they are coming out of the tent to shit on this.
Yeah.
That fatty in the chat for Dora the Explorer.
All right. Apparently, they said that to show the guy. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, at least show a picture of him.
Yeah, I am.
It's terrifying.
All right.
I like it.
It's probably
Yeah,
amazing.
you-
That dude's
shut up.
outfit becomes
Shut up.
a million times cooler by making it black and white.
All right. Here's the guy.
You knew it.
Genius.
You
Genius.
knew it.
This is the
Genius.
genius.
He
Absolute genius.
looks exactly like I thought he would.
Right?
That is, if you would have said, Mandy, guess what he looks like? That is what I would have guessed.
Please
I
tell
like
me he's
it.
wearing a women's march button
I was going to say, yeah, look at the little button.
because
there.
I'm almost
Oh,
sure that's what that says.
Women's March. Yeah.
You know what's funny? I couldn't remember his first name. I just put Kibblesmith, and all these images came up.
You know, I'm pretty sure that's probably a pussy hat.
I was going to say,
Probably,
just going to say the
probably.
same thing. Yeah. But he's tucked the ears down so he's not too threatening.
Yeah, he has it back, so it looks like he has a massive forehead instead of covering up half of that with the hat, because then the pussy ears would show. So he had
Yeah.
to scoot it back.
It's probably not the first time his pussy's shown.
Yeah, I'm just kind of looking at the certain pictures. And, oh my God, is that him with his wife? That's his wife. Okay,
She hot.
she's not bad looking.
That's what I was about to ask. Is she good looking?
I mean, she ain't bad. Hold on a second, I'll get
Because
it.
I bet she is. I bet she's just freaking crazy.
There you go. Yep.
No, she's way too hot for him. Way. He's way out of his pool right now.
Yeah, she probably has boyfriends that he is aware of and serves snacks to.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
It does look like he's been pegged a few times.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
I like her shirt though.
Poor guy.
I'm
he's going
gonna
around,
say
he's
that
going around
is-
now. Sorry, go on.
That is the face of false happiness.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just looks like
Just
he
look
wants
at
to
that
cry.
smile.
Mm-hmm.
Literally looks like he's about to cry.
Yeah.
She probably yelled at him right before they
Mhm.
took the
She's
photo.
like- you know she's saying something through her teeth there, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got an
She's
expression that
smiling
looks
something,
like
smile. you dumb shit.
It's like stand up straight. I know you've got no spine, but stand up straight.
Yeah. Terrible person.
The only thing that keeps him stood up straight is the dildo stuck up inside him.
Shoved right in there.
Like
Yep.
the stands I use for my Barbies, where that goes at the back of their dress.
What's really funny, the storyline is like they had to pass this law that you cannot be a vigilante if you're under the age of 21. I was like, when did it become okay to be a vigilante in the first place?
Yeah.
right.
That's a bit weird.
So
Yeah.
that's
Why do
why
you think-
not Rats, but the storyline is 100% going to be secretly about how teenagers are emotionally mature and smarter than adults, and it's all going to be thinly veiled propaganda for teen voting. But you're saying that part, then yeah, sounds like that is where they're trying to go.
Mhm.
Probably.
Well, they're not
Okay,
gonna.
just what we need.
I think that pace car ran off the fucking track because like everyone I've seen's making fun of that.
Yeah. They I mean, I thought they couldn't do any worse than the world isn't fair, the world isn't right
Hmm
thing, and they somehow did.
World isn't fair.
World's a fair.
Statistical Zero says no teen will read this. No person.
Well, it's
will
funny
read
because
this.
did you hear the guy when he was talking about like New Warriors? He said like I saw New Warriors as a kid on the book stands, and it intimidated me. Like
I didn't catch that bit.
What?
oh God, hold on, yeah, okay, now I got to pull the video up.
I was gonna
What?
say I had popped into Wanger's chat and they were watching the videos, but they were also talking over it. And I was just sitting there like, this dude's voice is retarded and trying to multitask because
Maybe if he'd read it, he'd fucking known something about it before he tried to write it.
Ow.
Let's see.
And man, New Warriors. There was a time when I was a teenager that was probably like one of my top 3 books.
Mhm.
My number 1 is
I was gonna say I remember they like used to be
Signed.
cool.
So I got a question for everybody on the panel. Have y'all ever walked in a bookstore or a comic book store, any store in general, where there's merchandise there when you were a kid and think, "Oh, I'm intimidated by that." Has that ever?
Does walking into like the rental store count and like seeing like the spooky shit in the horror movie aisle count?
Well, I mean that might scare you a little bit, but I mean not
like
a book.
some characters on a comic,
Yeah.
but like I've never looked at like news
No.
and been like, "Oh gosh, I'm scared."
See,
Well,
I was the
basically,
kid that my mom would pull me away from the cool sections because she thought that they were too much for me. And I'm the one whining and complaining that I want to go look at what I was looking at.
The only thing that I mean, it wasn't intimidation, but it was like I remember my grandma saying that because she saw me watching like X-Men, his cartoon, and she mentioned something about like that looks like some demon worshiping stuff. I'm like,
Ooh. My mom would get in fights with my grandma on her side. So her mom, they would get in fights all the time for my grandma fucking exposing me to stuff my mom didn't want me exposed to.
well, also my grandma,
It was great.
my grandma also thought the Smurfs were of Satan. So,
Wow.
No, they were just communists.
yeah, exactly. I was like, no.
Yeah,
I mean, close enough, fair enough, but close.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, but all right,
Magical communists.
Mandy, have you seen this?
I have not seen this. I did not.
We're
look
in for a
further
treat. I
into-
haven't seen it. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never looked into it more than just looking and shaking my head in disgust.
Well,
I was going to
obviously-
say, I haven't fully listened to it. So,
So yeah, well, so we'll watch this. We'll pause it here and there, so no copyright flags or shit like that. So here we go.
Mhm.
Yep, Marvel.
Marvel.
wow.
When's Marvel? There's something
Now,
that's not going to be said again.
You notice how they had to preface everything with cool shit that they used to do?
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
Where are the people that did this? Remember, guys?
yeah. Remember this?
Yeah.
You remember?
Remember this, baby? Okay, anyway. Look, the New Warriors, outlawed. I was like, wait a minute, didn't we have a similar story during the Civil War?
Mm-hmm.
And wasn't it the New Warriors' fault that the Civil War even happened?
Yep. And Nuke.
Well, they're not going to remember shit. They don't read comics.
True. I didn't think about
True.
that. Very good point. Anyway.
My name is Daniel Kibblesmith, and I am the writer of New Warriors #1. I got interested in the New Warriors later. I
Remember, I got interested. He didn't say I read it.
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah.
got interested.
He
All
is
right.
not red.
Yeah. I mean, look at his head.
How is his head being held up? That sort of that next is going
Right?
to collapse. Like, looks like a cartoon Disney vulture or some shit. What's going
Right?
on?
Yes.
Oh, God. Okay, so here we go.
remember seeing them on the shelf when I was
Once again, cool cover. Look at this cool shit. Like,
Yeah. Great characters, too.
yeah.
a kid, picking up comics in the 90s and just feeling like they were too cool for me.
Too cool for me.
Comics.
They were.
So we got to make them less cool.
He's right, though. They are. Still.
Felt like they were too cool for me. Now listen where he got intimidated. Listen to this.
Like I was intimidated by, Night Thrasher who had a blade coming out of his wrist.
Yep.
Whatever.
Mm.
Yeah.
Go see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Night Thrasher was cool.
Yeah.
This man creates bespoke kibble.
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
He,
So basically, he said, "Yeah, I remember those comics that were way too cool, and so I decided to make my own version. That's the complete opposite of that."
Yeah.
holy crap! But yeah, so yeah.
Holy shit.
I found the best Tumblr artist they could.
Yep. Best Tumblr artist money can't buy.
Yeah.
Because they'll work for Hot Pockets anyway.
Yeah.
You know, Nova was really buff. They were all the edgy characters.
Hey, remember when Nemorita looked hot?
Yeah, yeah.
And Nova was too buff.
Yeah, no one was too buff.
And remember when Firestar was she was
Yeah.
they imported her from Spider-Man and the Amazing Friend.
Spider-Man. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, she was also hot. I bet he can't even name this character.
I bet he can't.
I can't. Oh man, it's on the tip of my tongue. I should. God damn it.
He started out as Marvel Boy, then he became Vance Astro, and then he's Vance Astro in the future, but he was Justice after that.
Justice.
Because remember he went to prison for murdering his father.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. He had a messed up life. He was like, he was. You know how they say, well, Marvel characters are more real world. You know, he was the most realist of all the Marvel characters. He got fucked over so many times.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go.
Characters for the 90s, as the cover said.
Speedball. He
New
was cool.
Warriors, I thought, were really interesting characters because they occupy this really cool space. They're forever young, but
Don't you? They always say that, don't they? They occupy this really cool space. What space?
It's
Well,
a
yeah,
fucking comic book. It occupies as much space as any other comic book.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Plus, I thought the coolness of it was intimidating to him. So, this guy.
What a dickhole.
Jesus.
they've now been around for 30 years. My editors on the previous books I'd done, like
Doesn't he remind you of Preston?
Kind of.
Oh,
His
More hair, though.
yeah, his lips aren't wet enough.
Yeah.
I've never seen anyone whose sideburns perfectly align with their hairline, like on the top of their head.
Oh shit!
Like,
This is like, is he one of those guys, like Peter Griffin would say, I want to draw you? You're the reason, men drew on caves.
Loki and Black Panther versus Deadpool asked if I would be interested in doing a New Warriors tie-in
And I was like, yeah, all right, whatever.
that
he
actually
sounds
poses
so
them
hyped.
as the Authority.
Now look at this.
hmm.
You remember when Emerita looked hot?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to get rid of that. Those first.
Where's the boobs?
Yeah, they're just gone.
That's just like
Firestar became-
slightly out of shape.
They at least
muscular
left
dude.
her some boobs. They didn't
Yeah.
give her a
Just
full
about.
mastectomy.
But Piper, they replaced her mask with problem glasses.
Yep.
Oh no, those are problem glasses. Oh
They
god, I was
are.
wondering why they looked fucked up.
Hey, you remember when Rage, like, you could just feel he was always mad about something?
Yeah, now he's all.
yeah.
What are
Now
so
he's a-
happy?
Now he's a
My gosh.
discount cyborg from Teen Titans.
Mhm.
Yeah. Teen Titans Go.
Speedball seems like the only one that's still in character.
Except now he looks like Spider-Man.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
does, doesn't he? He's like, because he used to have like that weird hair.
It looks like. Do
Yeah.
you remember the game Jet Set Radio?
Yes,
There you go, Jet Set
he
Radio.
does look. Yeah, he does.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ah.
Not a single creative idea between anybody on this
Nope.
book.
Well, at least they understand the concept of love.
Hey!
Hey. All right, here we go.
Boom! There's a
figures
reference.
in this conflict instead of the rebels, and I really liked the tension of that. So because the
Attention of them not being rebels.
Ugh.
New Warriors are the authority figures in this story, they have to be mentoring new Warriors who are under 21.
Specifically needed to say that they are under 21.
Yep. Here comes the explanation.
And subject to the laws that triggered the outlawed event. This new law is making it illegal to be a vigilante under the age of 21.
Oh, okay.
I didn't realize it was. Oh my god! That's the entire point of a vigilante.
I
is
was
that they're
about to
going
say,
across
kind of the whole concept of vigilantism is against the law. Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
Fucking-
God.
Yeah. Ugh.
The artist on New Warriors.
You know what? I got to do something here just to get through this a little bit faster.
maybe he'll sound more hyped about his own thing.
Oh God, yeah. That maybe I've like fixed. I'll fix it again for Marvel. Okay, Marvel, I'm doing your job for you again. Here we go. Let's see how he goes.
Number 1 is Luciano Vecchio.
He does.
Yeah, he actually sounds more interested in his own project.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
He designed all of the new Warriors and gave them costumes that felt as modern as the New Warriors costumes to sort of feel classic.
God, he
and
sounds so
familiar.
much more hype now.
So the first character that we're introduced to is Trailblazer. She's
She's a potato.
I was about to say the same thing, Pete.
I love that her name is Trailblazer.
Trail mix.
Oh my God. All right, hold on.
those
Holy
big
shit.
Tumblr black lips.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, that's a Tumblr face,
Yep.
and they all have it.
That's how Tumblr draws black people. They
Yeah.
give them as big lips as
The
possible.
last,
No.
the last trail she blazed was the drive-through line.
Yeah.
All right.
group home foster kid who is volunteering at a senior center when this mysterious threat shows up and Night Thrasher runs to the rescue. And because she helps him, she ends up in the crosshairs with this new outlawed law.
She just like looks like I'm so excited to fucking be here.
They couldn't even draw any excitement in their expressions.
Right.
Holy
New Warriors,
I don't think they don't
yay.
know. I don't think they know how. I don't think they've ever seen it.
How is anybody? I mean, superheroes. You're supposed to like want to be them. You know, aspire to be them. Who the fuck is going to be? Who is going to look at her and go, "Wow, one day."
Yeah.
I'm gonna grow up to be a trailblazer.
All right. Yeah. Here we go. Listen what he says about. Now, you know, I'm gonna point out something Zach pointed out, but go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead here.
And she inherited from her grandfather a magic backpack of divine origin. We picked the name Trail.
Magic backpack. All right.
That's her power.
Of divine origin.
Yeah.
Trailblazer because she's somebody who charges into action.
She charges into action. So
She.
He charges into action for 2.5 seconds, and then
No.
has to take a breather while everybody else.
Sits down and eats a fucking Snickers.
Everybody else.
So what Zach said in his video, he said that basically what's happening here is like they're making her feel better by letting her quote run in first. So they're just like act like they're running really fast, but they're really running really slow.
Yeah. Somebody dude at the back just going.
Like playing with a kid when you're chasing them. How like
Yeah.
you're not really trying to catch them. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, I'm gonna get you kind of thing.
Oh
Yeah.
man, you're just so fast.
She knows that she.
Now it would have been I would have taken it being a little bit more interesting if she was like a speedster and at that weight. You know what I mean?
Because her speed power makes they could have made it to where her speed power doesn't involve burning calories or anything like that. The way it works.
Yeah.
Then that would have been neat because basically, no matter how much she exercises, she's not burning her own energy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it would kind of make sense. That would be neat, actually.
All right, let's get through this video because I want to.
Yeah. We just already made her in a
With
bear
this
character.
mysterious
But
gift that she's
Oh, yeah.
given. Screen time is a internet kid taken to its sort of logical conclusion. As a youth, he was exposed to his grandfather's experimental internet gas.
Still don't.
I can't do it.
Just
I can't.
explain internet gas to me.
I
please.
can't.
I gotta get.
I have a 14-year-old that can't.
I can't. Y'all, I can't with this. Seriously. What am I don't even know what to say. I'm like speechless. I don't
Mental internet gas. That's the best they could come up with.
it's so okay. So my 9-year-old.
Just take a Freakazoid story, man.
Right?
And tweaked it a little bit. Made him Freakazoid, where he can actually go into the internet and shit. Yeah, make him Freakazoid.
Something my 9-year-old could have wrote better than this.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm looking at this like
Internet.
gas has gotten them again. It's like
And even like the little symbol they put in the middle of his chest just
Yeah.
really drives home the Ben 10 look.
Yeah. They couldn't even be bothered to draw the Wi-Fi connection symbol properly.
Right?
No, but this shit's dial up. This isn't.
Yeah, there's only
Isn't
one
no
bar.
way Wi-Fi.
I would
This
laugh
is
my ass
dial-up.
off. Oh yeah, he can see the internet and all that shit, but he has to actually plug in. That would be hilarious.
How does that help? Unless
I
you
mean,
want to
it's
know
kind
a
of-
stupid question or look at like Google Maps, how did that help a team that he can Google the closest restaurant? I mean, it helps Trailblazer, but I don't know how that's going to
Yeah.
help anybody else.
I just imagine them, they all need to know something. And he's like, hold on. And he starts to say what Google comes up with, but somebody interrupts them with their fucking cell phone in their hand. And they're like, oh, that's what this is. And he's like, fuck.
Well, I'm sorry. I actually have a 4G LTE connection there.
Yeah. Like, I don't need
just
Wi-Fi.
spends half the mission with like, there was an error logging into your Google account.
Remember the password.
I just want
Yeah.
to know.
This whole fucking idea is in the dead zone.
Every time he tries to log,
Yeah, really.
every time he tries to log into Google, he has to get.
What he
Sorry.
ends up being is because they say he thinks he's a genius. So he's a slow, smart ass that's just
Yeah.
really pissed off that the only thing he's good for is being a Wi-Fi hotspot.
Yeah.
Yeah, has to get his phone out every 5 seconds to do his 2-factor authentication.
Yep.
Waiting for the SMS message to come through.
Freaking internet gas, dude. This is a fucking not even a boomer that wrote this. That's what's extra retarded. I mean,
This is a
stupid.
joke.
Yeah, this is
What's
oh
this
my
got?
god.
Screen time. Quick, screen time. How do we beat the Juggernaut? Let me consult Wikipedia.
Hold on.
PS4
Juggernaut
guy.
article incoming.
Now they've been thoroughly pummeled already. He's like, "Oh, I got something. Here's how." Oh,
Oh man, I
Yeah,
love people.
every time he tries
Well,
to find
Trailblazer can sit there and go, "Oh, let me pull my phone out of my magic backpack." Oh, my
Yeah.
backpack is magic. It happens to already be on the article that we need. All right, like
Yeah,
Did they explain how the backpack is magical? Like, could you?
it was
No.
gifted to her family by gods.
yeah.
Well, what does
It's
it do?
It's a Jesus pack.
It's a pocket
It's a
dimension.
backpack.
So you can
It's
grab
okay.
anything,
Mm.
put
Okay.
anything in it, grab anything out
yeah,
of it.
camera space essentially. Yeah. So
So
Anyway.
every time he looks up some
So-
information, he's like,
I also
he'll
want to.
just
I
be
also
saying,
want to point this out, though.
wait, Piper, quiet. Peter's been trying to say something for 5
Oh,
"No,
wait.
it's fine, it's fine,
ahead.
carry on."
No,
I was just going to say, every time he wants to look something up, he's like, just hang on a minute as he's scrolling through a YouTube video. Because nobody puts guides to stuff up anymore. It's just,
Yeah, that does piss me off. I miss actual guys instead of having to sit here and pause.
Just
the
give
video
me the
every
fucking
5
words.
seconds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
all
and a
right.
picture
But
of
no,
the
what I
map.
was gonna say is they're so freaking creatively bankrupt that what's her face technically got her powers from her grandpa,
Yep.
Trailblazer, and he got his powers from his grandpa.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't at least switch up family members or something. Like no,
No, yeah.
That's like the new Green Lantern. The new Green Lantern got
yeah,
his
Teen Lantern.
ring. Got
Yeah.
his ring from his grandmother.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
yeah,
Yeah.
like they're not creative anymore. It's the same freaking story now.
All right, let's get through this.
And that has patched him permanently into the World Wide Web. The word screen time is only ever used in a sort of restrictive sense. And because we're doing a story about
This is where he just says words. He doesn't even know what he's talking about.
Yeah, yeah,
Maybe Rebel-
I remember.
Yeah,
that.
yeah, they do that a lot.
are about teens fighting against labels that are put on them. So with screen time, we like the idea that he has infinite screen time. Snowflake and Safe Space are the twins.
Oh,
and
here we
their
go.
names are very similar to screen time. It's this idea that these are terms that get thrown around on the internet that they don't see as derogatory to take those words and kind of wear them as badges of honor. Safe Space is
Pause
kind of
it.
a big, burly, sort of
Pause it
stereotypical
really
jock.
quick.
Licks his ass.
He's so burly.
Man,
So
you
burly.
would think they would at least give him one. But
Give him some
no, the
buns.
other thing is, since when has screen time been used as a derogatory name for something?
That's just
Oh,
stupid shit.
it's derogatory by boomers. Like you're having too much screen time in your phones. Oh, your kids have too much screen time.
Okay. I was gonna say safe space is what they call their space with the crayons and the fucking Play-Doh and
Well,
shit.
he must have been that because look at this costume. He was.
Why has he got weird Mickey Mouse gloves?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the only thing that's taken a derogatory term and making it their own would be snowflake.
Yeah.
I mean, they could go to its logical conclusion and call one dickhole, one fuckface. You know,
Right?
it's a derogatory name, so we're gonna own it.
Well, somebody said like
Cuck.
they're like the next team is going to be there's going to be like Cuck and Simp. And,
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
There's so many. I've seen so many nice names for the next batch.
All right, let's finish this fucking video. God damn it.
He can create force fields, but he can only trigger them if he's protecting somebody else. Snowflake is
Arbitrary.
non-binary and goes by they them.
Yeah, did you hear that?
Wanker.
Got to hear that one more time.
Snowflake is non-binary and goes by they them. Snowflake has the power to generate individual crystallized snowflake-shaped shurikens. The connotations of the word snowflake in our culture right now are something fragile. And this is a character who is turning it into something sharp. Snowflake is the person who has the more effect.
You know, when I think of snowflakes, I think of Sharp. Just saying.
I think
Oh, yeah.
even a fucking ninja star made of ice is gonna be fragile.
Yeah.
You could see that they're twins as well because they have the same ass.
They have the same outfit, don't they?
Pretty much.
Yeah, they basically
Yeah,
gave them the same face and
They got the same
everything. They
haircut.
made her
too.
shorter. They made her a her though.
Yeah.
You would think if she wants,
They made the non-binary look like a woman.
yeah, if they
Mhm.
wanted they to be non-binary, they would be wearing a chest binder at
Yep.
least.
Anyway,
Offensive power, and safe space is the person who has the more defensive power. The idea was that they would mirror each other and complement.
that's not how mirrors work.
Yeah, that is not how
They're
mirrors work.
complementary at best.
Complementary, not mirror.
Yeah,
Mirror
I mean-
would mean they'd have the same powers used differently.
And possibly actually look like identical twins, maybe.
Yeah. And
That
not
guy
like
wrote for Samantha Bee. Cut him some slack.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, he did write for Samantha Bee, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my God, did he?
each other.
and the Daily Show.
Negative.
Ugh,
is
no
the
wonder they got
kid.
skinny.
When
Okay,
he was a
look.
baby,
Wait a minute. You see how excited he is about B negative?
He's excited. Look at that smile.
compliment each
Look
other.
at be negative is his
Look
self-insert,
at
you
that
guys.
smile. He is so happy. He's like,
Yes.
That's his self-insert right there.
He's like, this was my really clever name. I told you all these first, but this was the winner.
The goth kid. When he was a baby, he got a rogue life-saving blood transfusion, we assume, from Michael Morbius. And now
yeah, assume because he has the exact same fucking powers, you idiot.
Ah,
They couldn't
Very
even
similar
be
look
bothered to
and very similar
erase
vampire
the
powers.
pencils
B
for the
negative also is
eye.
obviously a
Nope.
pun. It's a blood type, which is great for a vampire character, and it's also a proud ownership of the idea of having a bad attitude. I want the people who read our New Warriors to
He's
feel all of the
proud
excitements that
ownership.
they
Oh, yeah,
of
remember
having
these
a
cool
bad
characters?
attitude. Remember
felt
these guys?
if they
Hey,
read the
remember
90s
these
one.
cool guys?
I want it to have it.
Because that's I think that's Night Thrasher's sister. I can't remember her name, but
Silhouette.
Silhouette. Yeah, like it wasn't her power. Like she was crippled, but she could like her shadow could.
Yeah, she could like teleport through shadows. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
she was actually really useful, even though she was like paralyzed from the waist down or something like that.
yeah.
Big, colorful characters.
Now, why not just tell that story? You know,
Right?
with these characters.
Personality,
They're
intimidating.
romance, diverse cast, which is something that the
And
New Warriors
these guys.
titles have always strived.
Look, that
to
dude
make
looks
priority.
like
Every
he
New Warriors comic
wants
has
the Popeyes chicken sandwich.
always felt like a reflection of the
I
year
think-
they came out.
I think
And,
it's all to do with not having to pay royalties anymore to the creators of the original characters. That's
Yep.
what I think. The basic. That's what they're trying to do here.
Yeah.
Get rid of all the old shit so they don't have to pay any money
I
out.
think we're worried
Yeah,
about
well,
being dated. I
it's
think we're
the
way
sooner
more
you don't have to
interested about
like
being now.
Marvel's thing. As soon as we don't have to pay royalties, the sooner we can just keep the money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, it looks like it's going to be a one shot too.
Oh, good.
Well, there we go. I'm
You're
going out
thoroughly-
buying that.
You're thoroughly educated. So what we're going to do is show something that's actually sexy.
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank
Press
God.
our eyeballs.
Yeah.
One
I have-
thing, one last thing about this New Warriors guy.
You're excited.
Well, you know that, but like when he tells like the lazy, that is so lazy when he says, and you know he got a blood transfusion when he was a baby from we assume Michael Morbius. Okay,
Yeah,
you
that
just
was one thing I
assumed you
pointed
didn't
out was-
fucking like clear this. You just
Yeah.
Michael Morbius just run around donating blood, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the other thing that that I had pointed out when I saw it, because I did catch that bit, was I was like, you're the writer, but you're acting like you don't know. You're just like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we just wanted a vampire kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a kid.
He could have said. He could have said fucking Dracula or anything, couldn't he? Really, it wouldn't have made
Yeah.
any difference.
But he said as a baby he got a rogue blood transfusion. So was he? Why did he need it? You know, that would have been the more interesting story. Why did he need a blood transfusion?
I was going to say I'd like to see that story.
Yeah, that would be more interesting than whatever the fuck you're doing here. Like,
Yeah.
Why does a baby need a blood transfusion from a vampire? Yeah.
A rogue
Now
one
he's
at that.
an emo kid. A rogue one too. Ooh.
Yeah.
What's a rogue blood transfusion?
I have no idea.
Maybe one that's not done at a hospital.
It's like
is
a-
kind of what
Maybe
I'm
so.
assuming.
Kind of
Blood
like Bruce
transfusion.
Banner.
Back alley blood transfusion.
Back
Blood
out.
transfusion that wanders the streets. Like I don't know.
Just bring your babies on down here to the alley. We're doing these blood transfusions
Yeah.
back. I mean, what?
We got Michael Morbius in the house.
No, don't worry about him. He won't hurt them. Honestly,
hey, maybe Morbius was hurting for some money.
maybe.
Got himself a sidekick.
Jesus God.
His
So-
Twitch career was dying. Yeah.
So here we have Rocket Gal and the Mole Men of Mars, and I just want to point out the comment that I thought was very interesting. Sent you a message.
What now? Go back.
One day ago.
Oh yeah. He did. Yeah. Okay.
Did you a message?
That's funny.
All right.
We don't talk about him.
Because when I look at campaigns, I always like look at the comments if there's any comments, you know. And I said, "What's that comment?" It was like sent you a message. It's like, "Oh, all right."
He's famous, man.
Oh, he is.
Mm-hmm.
Google him. Yeah.
But this guy,
He was in Puppet Master and what was the other one?
The Purge. Is that
The
right?
Purge. Yeah, he was in The Purge. and- Yeah. What? Yeah. He's an actor.
oh. But you
Now
don't talk
I
about
really want to know what his message was.
him. You don't talk about him. You don't talk
Yeah. We'll talk about it after the stream.
Some things remain behind the scenes until they're ready. Morbius was sucking dick for blood.
Could be.
The Dairy Queen at that.
So, Wyatt, you're the
Yes.
writer. How did this come about? What level of transcendence did y'all reach to say, hey, you know, it'd be a really cool idea? This.
Well, throughout the time that Peter and I had known each other, we just we had a lot of conversations about sci-fi old sci-fi B movies and TV shows and things like that, and a lot of Buck Rogers and Flash Gordon talk, and Barbarella, of course. And I don't know, the time just kind of came together when we started talking about maybe working on something, and Peter had a pretty good list of things he wanted to, of like general genres that he wanted to do, and it was like, I kind of always wanted to do this like almost movie serial type of sci-fi concoction, and this is the story that you would have wanted to see. This is like a story you would have wanted to see in heavy metal when you were growing up.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's that's pretty much how it came about. And then we just started talking and kicking ideas around. And
I mean, to be fair, you almost got a werewolf book. Almost.
Yeah, you almost got a werewolf book.
We almost did a werewolf book instead.
Damn it.
I know, right?
We will. It will happen.
Look at the look of disappointment. Look what y'all did to Piper.
I have
Are
an
y'all
awesome,
happy?
awesome idea for a werewolf story with including the Jersey Devil and a few other things.
Oh,
Nice. I wish I had my sound effects. I would have played the sad violin.
Peter, do you want me to show?
You can show that. Yeah, that's just when we were first talking about doing Rocket Girl, I'd kind of drawn this thing like a while before
At this time.
So yeah, and I was like, I just waved this at Wyatt and said, I got this idea. There you go.
And then from there we started Peter started working on a final design for her, and we started working on the universe, building the universe, and
Yeah, the first
Came
design.
up with a lot of ideas.
First design
You know how
ended
it
up being the variant cover we've got on the campaign.
Nice. I
Mhm.
was gonna ask what made you decide to settle on the current design.
Went through few different things because originally she kind of looked more like Barbarella, more like Jane Fonda.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I don't know. I've gone through God knows how many designs for her, and that one kind of stuck with me because it was better because I was drawing a lot of pin-ups just to like get the look right, and it's kind of she's got the big eyes. It's a little bit Disney, a little bit kind of I don't know manga-ish kind of. I don't know.
Yeah, kind of Dragon's Lair, Space Ace type inspired. We had kind of at the peak of us coming up with ideas and working out things. We had John Celestri on on Mandy's stream, and and then we started talking about Space Ace and Dragon's Lair and all that fun stuff, and
and then
he started working up a kind of animated looking design.
I was gonna say I like that because that's what it makes me think of, which is cool. It makes me think of classic sci-fi in general, but also the classic animation too.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just looking for the original design I did. Well, the second design, but I couldn't find it. It's somewhere. I've got so much crap on this hard drive. There's literally a Rocket Girl folder with like 30 folders inside it, and God knows what's in all those.
I hear you.
Because I've been drawing it, working on it since properly since October, maybe end of October.
Maybe October, November, yeah.
Something like that.
I'm just kind of scrolling through.
Yeah.
There's
a couple. We've got a couple more things that are getting added.
Mm-hmm.
Movies.
Yeah.
I get it.
That's her disguise, because no one will recognize her because she's wearing glasses.
Right, yes, of course.
Well, she's wearing clothes too. So.
Well, although having said that, that the kind of naked with just a necklace, that's just one of her costumes.
I know, I'm messing with
Yeah.
Yeah.
She'll have various maybe not necessarily, it won't be necessarily a lot of wardrobe changes in one book, but throughout, different books, then, she'll probably have one or two per book.
Yeah, there's a look at one of the other costumes in in the earlier pages, but because we're going to try and start each book with like her at the tail end of her last mission.
Yeah.
So, like the old serials used to do, we're just kind of cutting in halfway through a mission or like towards the end of it.
Right.
Which is awesome because then I get to design a whole other set of characters.
Yeah, because the book starts off at like the very end of what her last adventure would have been, and so that's a whole different set of characters that are actually in the Moment of Mars portion, and we're probably going to start each book off like that with an adventure that didn't really happen. So
we find our hero today, kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I like the feel of that.
In media res.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I used to. Me and my dad used to watch a lot of Lone Ranger. Like the old series.
Yeah.
And it was always like, if you ever notice, they were always had just got done with something else, and this is the adventure on now kind of thing. Yeah. So
I'd love to. I mean, we haven't done it with this one, but I'd love to halfway through the book, just have a couple of fake adverts in the middle, but either side of them be like, the last page before the ads would be like her certainly going to die, and then the page afterwards it's like nothing like it, and she's escaped, like they used to do. At the end of Batman, the old Batman, he'd be like, he's getting acid poured on his face. There's no getting out of that one. and then the start of the next one, it's the acid's nowhere near them, and Robin's jumped in.
Crusader, you kind of thing.
I was gonna say it's usually Robin explaining how he got out of it. Like, man,
Yeah.
that was really smart doing blah blah blah.
The one with the best freaking cliffhangers that I've probably ever seen is, have you guys ever seen Spy Smasher?
Yeah.
Heard of it, never seen it.
Mm.
Yeah.
It came out in either 41 or 40. I want to say 41. And oh man, it's so good. It's considered one of the best ever made, and it probably is. It's action packed. It's awesome, dude. If you can find a copy, it's fantastic. But
Yeah.
I digress.
So Ed,
Yeah.
has a question in the chat. He said, "I love the look. Is there true there may be a not safe for work cover?"
We have discussed it. It's we'll see.
We'll see.
Leaning towards we've thought about it, and we've been like kind of yes and kind of no, and we'll see. We'll see.
Do it for 24 hours. Just do it for like a
Yeah,
day, only for 24
I'm going
hours.
to take the mail-in route, and I don't decide anything on live streams.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, there it is. Yep.
One
But,
of the best pieces of advice I think I've ever received from John Malin.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
actually a good thing.
Don't agree on a live stream. Wait until you have time to think it through.
Yep.
Yeah. So
We'll see. We'll see.
yeah.
Well,
So
yeah.
we has tears.
It does. It does has tears.
Yep.
We has the 2 books with a sketch card.
Oh.
And if you look, kind of work out how much, the books are $20 each. So you're getting a sketch card for $10.
Yeah.
Freaking Peter Gilmore original sketch card, man, and they're all unique. And
They are. Well, yeah, they are.
Yeah. Might be
Some are
Rocky
so-
Gal, might be a Mole Man.
Some are so unique. There's only one of one certain character in amongst them all. That's going to be rare.
And I will tell the crowd this. It's like y'all should have signed up for that mailing list.
Should have done.
Yeah.
And you should have checked that little message after you signed up that said,
Confirm.
check your email for the
Confirm.
confirmation.
Yeah, because I know I got my special perk.
If you did sign up for the mailing list and you didn't get the perk, I'm not sure if it's still going to be in your spam folder. I can't remember how long ago it was. It's usually a month it clears the spam out at, isn't it? So
Yeah. If you did sign up and something wacky happened, get a hold of me on Twitter. Let me know. My Twitter handle's my name here on the screen. So
Yep. So
and I'll see what we can do for you.
yeah, he'll personally hand deliver the thing. No, he won't.
I will deliver it on a bicycle in my magic backpack.
he will brave Corona Chan and
I will.
deliver it to you personally.
Yeah.
I brave it when I go to the post office to deliver the current campaign.
And of course, we will be printing in the USA, so there's no chance of rogue diseases getting into your stuff.
Well, there could be now, but
Well, yeah, now.
Oh, shut up! Shush!
But I am not sick.
Damn it!
If
This
I
way,
had,
yeah.
Not in that way.
yeah, he's
if I'm getting coronavirus, I had it like a month ago. So, because man, that was the worst flu I ever had.
I remember you being down and out like that. Yeah.
Like 3 weeks, dude. I haven't been that sick as long as I can remember.
Because I think I remember you would try to go on streams, you would just like quietly disappear.
Yeah, I was taking a lot of cold and sinus medicine and stuff like that too. And I was trying to halfway appear normal, but
you should have
man,
took some colloidal silver. That would have cleared it right up for you.
yeah.
Jim Baker said that'll clear right up. It'll get ready to kill everything. Coronavirus.
Awesome. Yeah, need that.
It's only $80 a bottle, Wyatt. Come on.
Sounds like a bargain to me. Sounds legit.
Yeah. It'll only give you metal poisoning. It's not a big
Yeah,
thing.
well.
But you won't get sick. That's the thing.
Can't catch corona if you're dying of metal poisoning. I mean,
So we got
Well, yeah, that's like freaking. You see those commercials on TV for like high blood pressure and stuff, and it's like may cause all kinds of horrible
like
stuff. that's
every
far
other
worse than
ailment under this dangerous ailment under the sun. Yeah.
way worse than having high blood pressure.
Yeah.
You may have high blood pressure. You may not have high blood pressure anymore, but you'll be bleeding from your anus.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's why you don't have high blood pressure.
Yeah. You're getting rid of all the excess blood.
Yeah.
Fatty says those thighs because apparently I hit the stream. I hit the
You
mark.
stop-
Right
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Calm down, Mike. Calm down.
Mm.
Oh, here we go.
Knife cover.
Wow. I feel like we need to just steal from Wanger's show and have Evil Bob simping time. I feel like it would be funnier than Adams.
Yeah. For Mike, all you gotta do is find some thick ladies. And he's like,
Right.
So you got just the book for $20.
Yeah, sure. That's
What happened to me?
you know,
I saw some thick ladies.
regular, just a book, regular cover, physical copy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
$20.
I wish
It's
I could
not bad.
highlight
32
that.
pages. 32 pages, full color story for $20. Yeah, you know.
And the Indiegogo exclusive cover.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. Same interior and everything.
It's perfect where you get like both covers next to their thing, pretty much.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's pretty cool.
And we planned that, honest. But that. Yeah, like I say, the variant cover. That was like the second iteration of Rocket Girl. That's how she was going to look.
But with it like this kind of see-through
Yeah.
shawl kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And with the hair off to one side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it kind of evolved. The hair did.
And I remember when you first talked about it. This is the one y'all showed. Kind of.
Yeah. That's
Mhm.
that's the one that John Malin critiqued on his
Mhm.
show.
Yeah, that was it started out like as a promo piece, right? That you were working on.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
I think they thought it was a cover, but no, it is a cover now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you for the idea.
And I still didn't put a bubble on the dog's head, a space helmet.
He's not getting the helmet, man.
No.
If he doesn't need it, then why, who cares?
How is he going to tear the wires out of a rogue killer satellite with a bubble on his head? You know.
I mean, wait till you see how he fights. I don't want to talk about it, but
Yeah.
It's funny.
Just finished his first fight page today. Yeah.
And then we got a both covers tier. Would you just get both
Yep.
of those covers? Yeah.
Yeah.
Get both of those bad boys together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thick. Hey, Mike, check this out.
Oh, wait.
Thick.
Damn it!
Yeah.
It's so purple.
She was.
It's so purple.
Clap them cheers, here we go.
Mike, you should have seen the one before he
Fixed
edited it. Yeah.
Oh,
It was huge.
You
She
couldn't
had-
you couldn't see pretty much any of her back. It was just booty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, a big old booty.
It was, but the perspective was off. It was way off, so I had to fix it. I mean, it looked awesome,
Fun,
but-
though. It was
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, I see international. I was saying, what is that? Why is it international special? Now I see why, because you get two of each.
Yeah,
Two of each.
yeah. That's
And it's
kind of taking a page from your boy Zach.
Yeah.
Somebody lives overseas. You can get a copy of each cover, and it's
You only had to pay one shipping.
only have to pay one shipping, and
yeah. It's the
shipping's
US,
a little less than it would be normally.
It's a US
so,
shipping price. So international,
Yeah.
you're paying the same as US. So,
There you
Yeah,
That's
but that was
fucking
$10
nice.
shipping, just like the regular US one. Yeah.
go. Mm-hmm.
Fatty says refresh because he backed an art tier and realized he didn't back a book tier.
Oh,
Oh shit.
Ah.
okay. It hasn't. It hasn't registered yet. The
I was gonna say,
yeah. So
yeah.
give it a few minutes. We'll come back to it. Where was I at? Oh yeah, original Peter Gilmore pinup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peter, would you like to explain?
It's a pinup, original by me.
Okay. Well, so I'll sell it a little better than that.
I was
This ain't
going
no
to.
cheap doodle, man. This is
Yeah.
a freaking. I mean, just even seeing the picture in the tier there. No, it's basically Peter's calling it. We're calling it a pinup, and it's it's not a page from the book. It's just an original Rocket Gal,
Mhm.
traditionally
Yeah.
drawn, inked.
So each one is going to be traditional media,
And unique.
Yeah.
and so unique.
Mhm.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
Bespoke.
Definitely. Definitely. And there's we foolishly or not foolishly, there's no limit on those.
Oh,
Yeah, for
oh.
a mere $175.
So
You
somebody
can't get a
like,
commission from Peter
You-
for
you can't.
$175.
Peter would just like be cursing the ground that Wyatt walks on for the rest of his life.
No, that was me. That was me.
Yeah, we spent some time. Discussing that. So yeah, 'cause-
So
yeah.
you didn't put a cap on that.
No.
no.
No, I'll keep doing those until we
It's
sort
funny
of
'cause
fulfill.
Mhm.
Awesome, but hilarious if you ended up with a pile of those. Because
That's fine. That's fine. I can.
Yeah,
I
that'd
was
be
gonna
a
say,
good
if you end up
problem
with
to
a
have.
pile of those, that's awesome money wise, and at the same time, it's like you're gonna be chained to your desk.
I know, I'd
Yeah.
love to see it say like 550 claims.
That'd be great.
I
We
mean,
may. Well, I don't know if it reaches a certain number. We might like.
Right? That's what I'm saying. It
Peter
would be
must be
awesome,
taken
but
down.
hilarious. By the
I
end of
forget-
it, you would be like, I never want to draw her ever again.
Yeah. As you say, if someone really wants, the not suitable for work one, then they could always ask for a pen up, couldn't they?
Yes, you could.
that's
You
true.
could,
That's very
You
true.
could. if you were really desperate to see some booby.
Mhm. So here we got the intergalactic space command brass where you can get drawn in essentially.
That's
Yeah.
correct. That's correct. There are two military guys that hang out with the space chief,
Mhm.
who is, he's in charge of the Intergalactic Space Command, and you'll be drawn into this book as one of the two. I say guys, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Guy or girl, whatever. And you'll be drawn into this book as one of them and hanging
Yeah.
out with the space chief.
One of the scenes they're in is pretty much next to the tier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see that
Yeah.
right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
They got. I like how you gave him a little question marks.
Yeah.
This could be you.
This could be you. This could be you. And they're just in this one book.
I
So
like
that's
that
why it's stupid.
the mayor of Townsville has found new work.
Yes.
Crunch.
Yeah, I always call him Captain Crunch, but yeah.
Oh, that's true too.
Yeah.
He could be, he could work as either one.
Mhm.
Either way, I'm happy he's found work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going up in the world.
Yeah. So here we got original page artwork. I thought you were doing this digitally. Or have I been lied to?
Yeah.
Peter will
no.
explain this as well.
I will explain this one. So there's going to be one of each page. I'm not doing, I'm not going to do like 100 of page one. I'm cheating like that. So it's all drawn digitally. So I'm taking the digital inks, turning them to blue line and printing them, and then inking traditionally over
Gotcha.
top.
Okay.
So it's still an originally inked piece.
Mhm.
It's just,
Okay.
I mean, most people do. Oh, well, not most, but a lot of people do digital ink, digital
I've
pencils.
seen some people do that. I know a guy who did some weird. What was it called? Bone Star or something like that. I think he did something like that.
Yeah. A lot of people do it. So yeah.
Now this was
But
interesting.
there's 32 available because he's only doing one for each page.
One for each page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Understandable.
So-
And this one I find interesting.
Yeah.
This one will get some attention. We're still waiting on some things. It's just up here right now to be there, but it'll definitely get some attention. But right now, this is going to be a life-size, in your hand replica of Rocket Gal's ray gun.
I remember
And,
being excited about that when y'all talked about it.
That's because I said it's approximately 7 inches tall, 9 inches long, and 3.5 to 4 inches wide.
Yeah. Look at the
And they like
look
it
at
when
the
I say
shape of
that.
it. Look at the shape of it.
Yeah.
And no, really, it's life size to scale. And it's gonna be super cool, and it'll come with both copies of the book and a sketch card.
Yeah.
That is freaking cool. Like if I had a lot of disposable income. Disposable
Yeah.
income. That would be the one I'd want, so I could fuck around with the fucking ray gun.
Yep.
It's gonna
Wear the
come in a
wear the
retail.
big old paws and hold the ray gun.
It's gonna come in a retail style box. Peter's
Like
doing the artwork for the box.
Like a vintage
and,
60s, 50s, 60s toy kind of box. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
That'll
there
make me
will
not wanna
only
take
be
it out.
Mm.
yeah. Yeah, that's when we just put bricks in there. We're like,
Yeah.
no, but but we're only gonna do 15. So
Yeah, well, yeah, you got to limit
That
that.
one I can definitely understand having a limit.
Yeah,
mhm.
and then this one, I love science.
I love the science.
Yeah, this is our big dog. You be intergalactic space command scientist, and these are the scientists that in the story that Rocket Gal is going to rescue.
Okay,
So you are pretty much the MacGuffin
right.
of the story, and not only that, but these are recurring roles. These two scientists will be in every book from now on, and they're going to become like what Q is to James Bond,
Right.
in a lot of ways. It would be a good comparison.
Well, that's
And,
pretty cool. Yeah.
So yeah, this is Peter drawing you forever.
One's
Yeah.
already been claimed too.
Yeah.
There's only in one more left.
Yeah, you'll be in every book. There'll even be a trading card with you on it. So you know.
Yep.
Oh, that's fucking
Yep.
cute.
You'll be on a trading card as well. Yep.
And then this one's already been sold out. I wonder why.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. That was 3
This was-
cards. It's 3 Rocket Gal cards by Mandy. It's gonna
and
be
can I
like
point out, I remember her saying something to the effect, "I'm never doing kiss cards again."
Yes. Yeah.
I remember this was a statement that was made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
these were the last 3, and yeah, they sold in like 5 minutes when we were
5
online.
minutes.
They were all gone.
Nice.
Yeah.
Those were the last ones that'll ever be offered.
Well.
Just because I want them to stay special.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah.
That makes sense.
Now she's really regretting saying that.
I'm regretting
So
more
good.
to do the sketch because I'm like, it's not the same with my own characters. I know how to draw them, but like I'm gonna do a sketch with like Booster on one and then a Mole Man on another. And I thought about just doing all Mole Men all 3 of them because they're so easy to
I
do.
was gonna say the Mole Men look like they're
That's
fairly
what I
easy.
That's what I keep telling them, that I was thinking about doing 3 sketch cards, but if I do, they're all gonna be Mole Men.
All
Well,
Mole Men,
literally.
yeah.
Potatoes.
Yeah, I think even I could do Mole Men.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! But yeah. This is
Hold up. I gotta say, you know what your book needs?
Mm.
What you mean?
Here we go.
A space wolf.
Oh no.
Well,
Oh yes.
you know,
We are at
someone
to
bought a
say-
drawing into you, they could be a space wolf.
currently at $4,527, 905%.
Excellent.
Funding.
Damn.
Yay.
Thank you.
That was
88 backers.
88.
So
88 backers, 53 days left to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got more stuff to kind of announce and add in
Yep.
further into the campaign, but we're not talking about that yet. But it's
Right.
going to be some cool shit.
yeah, you gotta keep interest. That's the thing, it's like you run into the campaign lull, as they say, and you got to try to keep people coming, kind of thing. Like,
It's not actually.
he made a pun.
Hey,
He made a jizz joke.
supposed to be subtle.
I'm not I'm not.
British subtlety.
But look,
Is,
somebody had
is that British subtlety for you?
Somebody had to make that joke for the last like 10 days. All I'm hearing, instead of, I've been hearing, I'm coofing, coof. Like, they're dying from coronavirus.
Yeah.
Ah.
And apparently, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Don't we all?
Right
Don't we all?
on.
Dark. Anthony says Pete and Sutter are like oil and water.
Oh, that reminds me. I mean, I meant to mention this on our show on Friday, but the guy who won the Friday the 13th art never ever got in touch at all.
Really?
Never got in touch.
Wow.
So this is a final shout out. If you happen to be listening, if you don't get in touch with me within the next 2 days, I'm drawing Anthony on it for his birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Although it will be a late birthday, but you know.
That's cool.
And I just want to say, I did get your Mogwai art. You know that. You saw it.
You've got Modwai. Modwai? What the
Modwai.
fuck? It's a Modwai.
Oh no.
Oh,
But yeah, and I want to say that my mother saw it, and you know that I mean it was so cute because she said, "Gizmo."
Aw.
Aw.
She actually
Yeah.
remembered Gizmo. I was like, "That's awesome."
yeah.
It's really well done too.
Mhm.
I was surprised. I kind of expected a doodle because it's the Mogwai thing's kind of a joke.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, the
Oh,
fact
yeah.
that like it looks that good.
it was
I
so
don't-
funny because I remember that stream was like it was literally Pete said, "Okay, you can either have this sexy lady or this Mogwai," and everybody went Mogwai.
Mogwai. Yeah.
I think it's the
Yeah.
only time a sexy lady wouldn't win, right? Like,
I'm surprised you got it in one piece because Mandy was threatening to draw all over it, add things in.
I threatened to, but I didn't end up doing it. But I threatened to add my own artwork to it, which would have looked really funny. With the
It would have.
Mogwai, and it's just completely different shit in the background. But I was good, and I didn't add anything to it, and I did not glitter bomb the container.
He was respectful. She knew that this is, my mother's house wouldn't appreciate a bunch of glitter.
Right? Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't want his mom.
You think that would stop her? That wouldn't stop her.
I might.
I always appreciate a bunch of glitter because it drives everybody else more crazy than it drives me.
Oh, I can't stand it. I can't. Still to this day, I don't let my kids have anything with glitter anymore. So it's been years, but like just yesterday, I went and looked in the mirror and I had a little piece of glitter up under it. And I was like, still? This is like from 4 Halloweens ago where it's still
Yeah.
showing up.
Mm-hmm. No matter how much you vacuum, no matter how much you know.
No, it's like everywhere. Like that was probably a piece that had fallen in the air conditioner vent or something. And when I turned it on, there it is. It's back. And
Yep.
just can't get rid of that.
Until the day you sell that house, you'll be still finding
Yeah, glitter.
like, the people, when they come and do an inspection, it's like, when they expect the house to buy it and shit like that, they're going to be going through it. It's like, well, everything was great. And then we found this pile of glitter.
Oh, and believe me, I leave surprises when I move out of a house. I leave surprises for the new owner in random places. So the
Like an
glitter
upper
is going to
decker?
be. No, not like an upper decker. No, not upper decker. No, I'll
Don't
leave.
stop.
I'll leave like toys, like fun adult toys that you would get like at a bachelorette party.
Pardon?
Oh no.
Oh, gosh.
Like you put them on top
Tell
of
me
a
about these.
ceiling, like a fan blade.
Oh no.
So when they put the fan blade on, nipple clamps go flying across. It's fun. It's a good time. Up
Right.
underneath.
From trying to redo houses or remodel houses for resale basically, and sometimes for rent. There's been a couple where by the end of it, and I'm usually the one that cleans it at the end too, as well as doing other stuff. By the end of it, I will have cleaned and I will stand there and go, tell boss I got rid of as much glitter as I possibly fucking can. And if he finds any more glitter, well, goddamn it, it's glitter.
The invention of glitter and its consequences have been a disaster for humanity.
See, I always love the joke that glitter is the herpes of craft supplies because
It
it's never going away.
What if we all go to a craft store right now and like throw glitter out in the air? And if it attached to the coronavirus, then we could know where it's at.
That is true.
That's an idea.
I am a
Mm.
fucking genius.
I already have lots and lots of glitter in my
Mhm.
craft cabinet, so I got like a year's supply of glitter in there.
Who needs hand sanitizer? We got glitter. We can just avoid that shit now.
We
Just see
find it.
clouds of Corona going down the street, like, whoop, 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 whoop.
I see you. I see you.
God, if I turn on the news tomorrow and I see Donald Trump talking about we're going to release a lot of glitter into the air,
It's
Gonna be huge.
Huge.
Huge,
big league, so we're going to fight the virus.
Big league.
huge amount of
Big
glitter. It'll be like antibacterial glitter.
Right?
Have y'all seen that that meme that's been going around? I'm sure Wyatt's seen it because he's a Texican, where it's showing like somebody says like how ammo, like in times like this, like ammo gets bought up real quick. Right.
Yep.
And it showed somebody. It was like somebody said. Somebody said it was like to Texas, and it said like you can't shoot the coronavirus, and it shows like a dude loading up like hand sanitizer into a shotgun shell.
I love that.
Yeah, that's about right. I mean, especially if you're talking about like East Texas, man, that's a place that's had so many like they get slammed by a hurricane every couple years. So
and
I
they
mean,
shoot it. Yeah, they start shooting at the hurricane and shit. Yeah.
probably not.
No, it is
Probably not.
interesting that that's especially in certain places, but some people their go-to for any kind of disaster preparedness isn't just bottled water and fucking toilet paper apparently, but is often ammo.
Well, that's what they're getting the ammo for. Is they're going to rob the people that bought all the toilet paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I don't blame them.
Toilet paper is, a commodity. Apparently, it's going to be the new currency. In the
Right?
post
Yeah.
world,
$35 on eBay for 12 rolls of toilet paper.
Jesus Christ, that's like what?
Crazy.
I think for a 12 roll, you can get it for like $11 normally.
Yeah, 35 was I looked earlier on.
3 times.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
See, I expected the usual. Everybody's going after milk and bread for whatever freaking reason, even though both of those things spoil.
Hey, Mandy, I just noticed something.
Yes.
I was, the tube that the art came in, right?
Uh-huh.
I was just, I went to pick it up because I was going to, put it to the side, and I noticed something. It's got a really, really, really long hair strand.
Does it really?
Yeah.
It's not mine. It's not mine.
So,
We got the DNA. We can clone Mandy, you guys.
Is it brunette or is it blonde?
I'm trying to see. It's kind of hard to. I'm looking in the light. It's very light, so it might be blonde.
When it's a single strand, sometimes it's hard to tell.
That's true. Yeah. But it's just like a really strong. I was like, what the? Because I was like, going to go throw it aside. I'm like, what the hell was that?
Yeah. Keep that because if it's Mandy's, we can clone Mandy's. I know at one point somebody was talking about they wanted to clone a bunch of Mandy's. So we can have Mandy's for everybody.
God help y'all.
So that was another thing about this project. Apparently somebody ended up becoming an editor.
Yeah, right?
So how'd that happen?
Is this similar to my story?
Kind of.
I just want to know if it's similar.
Well, I think it was because I was in all the conversations. I did throw in a couple of ideas on, they weren't like groundbreaking. They don't make the book, but I threw a couple of good ideas out there that are being used. And they were like, hey, do you want to be the editor and you can tell us, if this sucks and if it's funny or if it's good and what you think and just check and make sure everything's good. And I was like, yeah, I can do that. Sure. So here I am.
Yeah.
Here I am editing the shit out of some stuff, which is basically me reading it being like, oh my gosh, you guys, I love that so much. It's so good. Or, I don't know, guys. I don't know if I do that. So so here I am.
And
Like,
she
all right.
she also advises me on boob physics.
Yeah, I was gonna
I
say.
do.
I remember that conversation. Like, the boob physics is like, okay, it wouldn't go that way.
Yeah. He sent me one, and he was like, "Okay, like seriously, don't be nice. Don't sugarcoat everything. Tell me what you think." And I looked at it, and this is the first time I've ever critiqued anything of Pete's, because anything he shows me is just so amazing. I was like, "All right, her tits need to be moved up and pushed together a little bit more. You need to do that." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm editing shit."
Yeah.
That's been one of the fun parts for Peregrine, is if I'm asked for my opinion on how she looks.
Mm-hmm.
And I can say it was funny because I was actually like, bigger boobs, bigger booty, or wider hips, smaller waist. I'm like, it's a comic book. You know,
Yeah.
she doesn't have to be built. I mean, real people do look like that too. So
Yeah.
So I was like, no, come on. Exaggerate it. It's a comic book and we're going back to the classic stuff. Come on, exaggerate it. Bigger boobs, bigger hips, or bigger butt.
There was something, and this
my
is
favorite was, and that bird right there needs to be a boob window.
Now, here's the thing. This is like a quick behind the scenes. I'm not going to like say who the character was or anything because it would be a spoiler. But this certain character, Piper said, she just popped up in the chat. She says, you need to explain why this guy can't do something to this guy later on. I'm like, why can't he? And he said, well, Scott doesn't want him to. I'm like, well, Scott don't fucking own that damn character.
I won't say who, but apparently, I don't know, like my conversation about it just on the script.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times, since Scott's writing the script, a lot of times it's just me and Scott communicating on the script.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I bring it up in the rest of the whole group, nobody else knows what I'm talking about.
I'm like, excuse me. I remember when it said, I was like, what? And then he comes in later on. He said, well, I didn't actually say that it would be a permanent thing, but I thought it would be cheesy if you did. I was like, it's comic books. We can do what the fuck we want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think the hardest part is
asserting dominance, I would say.
Right? No, the hardest part is when you're looked to technically for answers or whatever, or you're told, if you're the editor, you get the final say on this thing right here. And I go, all right, well, after a lot of thought, this is my answer. And then it's just like, no.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
that's not right. That's not right. That's not right.
Like, no, I want to do it this way, so I'm going to do it this way. And I'm like, what am I here for?
You ran into
Why'd you ask me? That kind of stuff.
Did you run into that problem, Mandy, during this situation? Or?
No, because I probably don't work nearly as much as Piper does on this. I mean, I sit back and listen. Basically, what goes on is they are talking to one another, saying, okay, we're going to have her do this. We're going to have her do that. Mandy, what do you think? And I'll either go, oh, no, that sounds awesome. Yeah, do it like that. Or, oh, guys, that sounds real shitty. Don't do it like that. Not like that.
I kind of like that. But if I go, don't do it like that, then sometimes it's like, no, we're doing it anyway. Like,
I don't get that. They usually, because I say it about so few things that they're like, yeah, you're probably right. Plus, it's always them going a little more than maybe what they should with stuff. So
plus a lot of because a lot of times it's brainstorming and throwing shit at the wall anyway. So
right, it's a lot of brainstorming and a lot of y'all have been in back rooms with us, so you can imagine some of the ideas are really, really good, and some of them are
sometimes we have to retrace our steps.
Yes.
Yes.
You're literally like, how do we get here? Right? Like,
right. Like, why are we talking about this now?
Go back.
Go back 20 minutes before this conversation happened.
Well,
we are so off where we need to be.
Like this one I can talk about a little bit. Okay, so you saw what we thought, what me and Piper thought we had decided would be the final logo for the whole Reconstruction universe thing, right?
Okay. Yeah.
We thought we were done. We thought we were done.
Mhm.
and I was
I
showing.
made that, by the way.
Yeah, she made it. And so we were like, I was showing Scott.
Finally using my degree.
I was showing Scott a redone trailer that the Venezuelan boy is working on, right?
Mhm.
And it's got placeholder stuff and everything like that. And that logo came up, and he goes like, "Yeah, I really don't like that logo." I'm like, "Where the fuck were you, basically?"
Right?
You know, like,
This stuff goes on to get to that logo.
mhm.
It went through a whole lot of stuff
Yeah.
in a room that he's in and could have said something then.
Yeah. The problem is we kind of got 2 rooms going. We've got the Discord room, and then we got a DM room on Twitter, right?
Oh,
Yeah, and
yeah.
and the Discord room is basically where, because it's easier to like upload stuff,
Mm-hmm.
on Discord. So that's kind of like where all the like graphic stuff goes on mostly. And so I was like, okay, we're going to settle this right now. I said, Piper booted up her, what was it, Adobe
Illustrator. I
Illustrator.
love using that for graphics.
I said, boot it up.
Some drawings, like
And
our
I had to
avatars.
I literally, I had to leave. So I left them in the room, and I said, now y'all figure this out, and I'm going to go do things. And they came up with some good stuff.
And when I come back, I want that sorted.
I want this sorted out. You better
I want this
fucking
room
agree on
tidy.
something.
Yeah, but I just like, I guess I'm, this is just me, and I'm sure y'all feel the same way. When I put something out, and I could tell Peter just from like the way you were talking about sketching and things like that. I like things to be finalized when I throw it out there.
Yeah.
Like, this is what you're going to see forever.
Oh well, no, stuff changes.
Well, you know what I mean. I'm like as far as like logo things like that. You know what I mean? Not.
Yeah.
And it is a little bit of a bummer, but
it's worked out better, I think, in the long run.
I was gonna say I do like his suggestions and where it's gone. The problem is that I said, okay, like I put him out there, like, here's the things that we can do that he likes too.
Mm-hmm.
Which direction should I go?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's been quiet.
Uh-oh.
But we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. It's been a lot of fun. It's just Scott's really pushed me to speak up more, and I guess do editing things more.
Gotcha.
Which is pretty cool. Like he's just come and been like, well, if you're gonna be the editor, then you need to be responsible for this, and this. Even though he's the one that disagrees with me the most. He is the one that was I was telling him, well, I'm the last one to come in on this project. I don't want to step on nobody's shoes. Yeah, I don't want to step on anybody's shoes. I'm coming in and I'm giving my opinion. I don't want to feel like I'm stealing your project or something. Mm-hmm. And he's the one that's been like, no, if you're going to be the editor, this is your job and do it. And I'm like, right.
Okay, here we go then. Yeah.
It is cool though, because it does feel, even more like a group project now because my opinions have been taken into consideration and stuff.
Right.
Okay, so I made a promise that I was going to show a trailer.
Yes.
Don't do that. That's what?
I know,
what?
right?
I know.
Might do the stream after though. Just like
So delete the stream. Yeah, first time in ages.
First time ever, really. But, so here we go. Let's see the Rocket Gal trailer. Sound playing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This naked chick. Page count.
I know, yeah.
Approved. But no voiceovers. He went like that. But he'll get over it.
Look, there's Mandy in the background.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love the fucking vibe on this trailer.
Mm.
I really
Me
do.
too.
I
Yeah,
was gonna say, I love it. It
music-
captures that classic feel.
Yeah, that music.
So
that's-
much.
It's great.
Yeah. When Pete showed me that, I was like, "Are you kidding me? I freaking love it! Oh my god!" I thought it was just so awesome because it fit. I was wondering what they were gonna do to make it fit with the theme and everything, but oh my god, it was perfect.
I
That
think the only
it
thing
really
we
does
could
sound
do-
like something you would hear in a serial or in the
Mhm.
50s. Like
Yes.
the only way you could do it better is if you had someone talking in Continental.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
that Continental accent is like, cheapos, Batman, we don't understand how we got here. Yeah.
maybe you could
I
do
feel
that.
like it's really good as it is though, without a voiceover. Some of them feel like they need a voiceover.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
agree. Yeah.
This is one that really does it without it.
Yeah, we said the same thing. We really didn't feel like it needed a voiceover. And a lot of times, I don't know, a lot of times the ones with the voiceovers to me come off like you remember in the 90s when you get those direct to video movies and you'd watch it and they'd have the trailers for some other shitty movies made by that company.
Direct it, yeah.
And they'd be like,
Now to check out Paramount's new lineup coming this fall.
Kurt Willis is a cop
Yeah.
who was betrayed by his family.
Mm.
Yeah.
They took his
And
bag and his son.
now, like, I don't know, man. It just,
No, in a world.
In a world.
in a world. Yes, exactly. And
But
yeah,
you explained everything in the you got the page count wrong. But you got
Well, no. It's a. I can't remember. It's the thing on the page. Or did you leave that up?
yes.
The stretch goals. If you look at the stretch goals,
Oh,
okay.
the stretch goals is not actually the graphic.
It's not
for
on
stretch
there.
goal is
It's not on there.
Um,
right, it will be. Yeah, the $0 stretch goal is page increased to 32 because Comicsgate.
Okay. So it was
Yeah,
kind of-
originally it was going to be 24, and we were working out things, and it was just like it needed to be more than 24 to
Yep.
not
Yeah.
short the story.
You know,
And,
you've
essentially.
got to introduce characters and all that, and that takes up with 24 pages. That's like a third of your book gone, probably on
Yeah.
getting everyone
you got to introduce your characters and everything. I mean,
yeah.
It's a proper room to birth the character, essentially. Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
Mhm.
Yep.
So
But yeah, I mean, like I said, man, like I think it's a great project. And you still got 53 days left. So you just used you did the whole thing, huh? You just like threw it out there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, some people say that if you do the 30, you get that like buzz at the end of the 30, but I think everybody knows by now that you're going to
A
extend.
30 and then a buzz and then a 30. Yeah.
I felt really hokey with the Ardonna campaign, when I set it up for 30 days and it was getting to the end of that 30 days. I felt kind of goofy being like, only 3 days left when, I mean,
I say I'm different. I love that shit. When it got down to day 3, I was like, all right, you guys better get it now because you don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, they knew what I was going to do. You don't know what I was going to do. No, I loved it. I will do that with every single one I ever do. I'm going to make a big deal about it's closing. No, but it's not closing. But now we're down to, the last 30 days is up now. We've done 60 and we're closing it. Oh, but no, I'm really going into Mand. You never saw it coming. That's what I like to do.
But you can say that there are specials that they can only get before you go in demand.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, have a last day special, like you will only get the X thing on this day, and after that, it's off,
So long as you don't do like a thing where it's like there's an extra 20% off the book on the last day, because that's a bitch ass trick to play on people's
Yeah,
back
I
Oh,
can
yeah.
imagine.
Oh, yeah, I would-
Everybody
The
else
thing is,
being
you gotta offer
pissed.
something new, like a new cover or something.
Yeah,
Like
and I've seen people do that though. I've seen people like drop the price on stuff on the last couple of days. It's like,
That's terrible.
Yeah.
That's really just shitting on everybody that backed before then.
Yeah,
It is.
and
Like,
you know,
don't back early because that it sets a precedent that maybe people shouldn't back early. They should wait closer to the end to back because you can get it.
Yep.
I don't know. I would rather give people the discounts in the beginning and leave it, not if I was going to do it at all,
I was going to say, if there's going to be discounts
At all,
do them starting off and then be like, this is the only time you can get this price.
Yep.
Yeah, because I would feel
And then
bad.
if anybody's
like,
late, well, that's their own fault. They were late. so
right.
they
I
get-
would feel bad screwing over the people like my first backers.
punishing
the
them
ones
for
that, since they were the ones that saw it and they were like, holy shit, let me support this girl, and they did it like really early on and then be like, well, I know y'all helped me out, but let me give these guys that didn't care a discount. I don't know.
right.
Something not set right with that.
Especially since it kind of feels like these last stragglers or whatever wouldn't back if there wasn't a discount.
Right.
You have to use a discount to entice them.
Right.
So that's extra not fair. Like,
I agree.
yeah,
Totes agree.
Yeah, it's
I
like
gotta
adding a freaking digital at the end. Like,
No,
2 days
yeah.
left. Here's the digital for $10.
yeah, we're not doing digital
Yeah, no.
at all.
That's one thing I think I agree with. Piper gets, she disagrees with me, but I think a book is a physical book. You get a book.
oh no, I mean, I understand people wanting the physical book. The reason I say go ahead and have digital, but make there be a bunch of, is that, sometimes people just really, really can't.
Yeah.
Either afford the shipping or whatever. And just my personal opinion is I want people to enjoy my stories.
Yeah. I get
more than anything else. So if digital's the only way they can read my story, then they can have digital, but they're going to get access to it way later than anybody that buys a physical book.
Yeah.
Conversely,
That's kind of the penalty is they're not going to get to see the digital for a while.
Right, like you wouldn't technically send out the digital version until you were done shipping out all of your physical copies.
Yeah.
No, that is, I mean, I'm torn between that. It depends on the day of the week. Sometimes I think, digital it gives those who don't have possibly the funds to pay, what books cost. It gives them a way to support my project without having to pay for shipping and pay for all of that. And honestly, it would be, it's easier for for me to, do a digital upload. But at the same time, I get what John Malin says and why he says, no, don't do. I mean, it just depends,
See, yeah, I understand the reasons not to.
Exactly.
I just like to bring up there are reasons to do it.
Right. Yeah. I don't ever fault anybody. I don't know that I would, but I never fault anybody who does because I totally.
Yeah, it's definitely a tightrope you have to walk.
It is.
Because there's pros and cons to both sides, and it's just.
I know a lot of people say pirating, and I'm like, if you get a physical book, eventually somebody can make scans of it.
Scan it, and
somebody's going to scan
it and all that shit these days. It's not
but
I don't want spoilers, and I do want the what?
I was just gonna say, if they do scan it though, at least then it is kind of a pain in the ass, and they had to work for it a little bit. So
yeah,
I don't know. I'm torn.
Peter was going to say something earlier. I wanted to hear what he had to.
Oh yeah, I was going to say conversely, you bitches paying for my fucking artwork.
Very good point.
So if your stance is you put the work into that art, it's worth this much.
Damn straight.
And even if you
no, I don't. That sounds really egotistical. I didn't mean
still
it.
worth this much because you still put the same amount of work into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that too. Is what I'm saying.
Well,
know.
that's good. Perth makes a good point. So I think a separate digital campaign after the printed copies are delivered.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I kind of think because obviously, I mean, you're going to do a second book on Peregrine, aren't you? And we're doing this. We're doing a second Rocky Hill. So I think adding the first book digital to the second campaign is. The way
Oh,
to
you
go.
know what? That is a good idea.
It is absolutely. So people
Don't
get caught
offer
up.
it digital until you're on the second campaign.
Yep.
And say you can get the first, you can get the second one physical, but if you need to catch up, you can get the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's a good compromise. I think that is a
Yeah.
good in the middle. Brilliant.
Yeah.
So, Wyatt and Peter and Mandy, thank y'all so much for being on tonight.
No, thank you for having us.
Yeah,
it was nice to be included in the team.
Oh.
No.
It was appreciated, Optimus.
we also would like to extend our thanks for playing the trailer. And allow, we did talk about the book. That was really cool.
and we didn't mention anybody with blue hair.
Well, you just kind of did.
Yeah.
But it's at the end now. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know.
And we're gonna keep the stream up.
Yep, it's gonna stay.
Nobody flashed any nipple. We're good.
I did good tonight. I'm just showing a bit of shoulder here. I'm doing good.
I don't know, it was pretty lewd.
I've been working all day on my next project, and I've got chapter up to chapter 4 done.
Oh. Is it that project?
It's that project.
Well,
I need to start working on that project.
I know for a fact she purchased some research the other day.
I did. Where's the call coming from, Optimus?
Say what now?
Where's the call coming from?
The butt.
Funny you would mention that, Perth.
See, for a second there, Mandy, I thought you were talking about another project. I was like, oh, no, you're not. You're talking about that, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm talking about our other one.
Oh,
well, actually, when you say
awesome.
the other one, I don't know which one you're talking about, Pete, because you and I have like, what, 3 or 4 that we've been talking about. So I don't know. Because you know all of my stupid ideas, I come to you with them first. So
Yes, she does.
I do.
But they're not stupid ideas. They're good ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of them are a little far-fetched, though.
Well, it's only far-fetched as your imagination, as they say.
Yeah. Some of them are unrealistic as to what I'm actually capable of doing.
Well,
but the one I've been working on today is coming along nicely.
Oh.
I think everybody is going to enjoy this next read from me.
I just realized we didn't get a like what?
Huh?
We didn't get a like what?
Oh my gosh, you didn't like what? What is wrong with me? No, I didn't.
What is wrong?
I know. I'm telling you guys, I've been thinking all day, and I think I've I think like the hamster in there has stopped running on the wheel, and it's just kind of
sleep on the wheel and it's just spinning around right now.
Yeah, it's still spinning, but the hamster's gone to like
the hamster's flipping around while it's on it because
right, yeah.
It was going too fast and it was like wee.
Yeah, because I was working on I was going from one thing to another thing, and then I would get tired of that or get stuck, and I'd be like, all right, well, now let me work on this again. And then I was going from one to the other, and it's just kind of now I've fried my brains, and they're two.
So as long as you didn't get them mixed up. No.
That would
well,
be
actually,
freaking hilarious.
Pretty epic.
Yeah, when I send Pete the script, he would love that.
They're both for grown-ups. Although, yeah, if it's suddenly busted out in the middle of it, yeah, okay, fair enough.
Well, guys, thank y'all. Like I said, again, thank y'all so much for coming on tonight, and love talking about this. I think it's going to be a great project. It's going to build up some steam and make a whole lot more money for you guys, and I think it's going to be a success for you. And we're going to be right behind you, pushing you away.
Thank you.
Get y'all going because, like I said, it's fun. It's great. Like I said, I got my copy coming whenever y'all get it printed. So,
that will be let's see. This is March. We're looking at July delivery, so probably
Oh,
printed
wow,
in
okay.
June.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Barring an economic collapse, we are looking.
Yeah, you know. barring to get getting the LARP Mad Max.
So, Drew, aka Mr. E, who Mr. Drew Love. Hey everyone, here's a couple dollars. I like how we get, hey everyone, here's a couple dollars, and everybody else, he's like, yay for super chats. But like for me, it's like, hey, here's.
Yeah.
He does yay for super chats over here too.
Oh yeah, he does. We love you, Drew. You're good. You're good.
Yeah.
Good people. But like I said, guys, thank you in the chat for hanging out with us and listening to all this, all this stuff and that crazy beginning where we educated everybody about the new Warriors. Go back, Rocket Gal, because it is in the description below. I'm going to do a refresh just to make sure I get my numbers right. It's still at 88 backers. If I don't see this by 95 by the next time I stream, I'm going to start playing Ultraverse. And it'll be all the time, and y'all will hate me forever. But
also, I promise, Rocket Gal is way better than the new.
Oh God,
guys, Warriors.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody go check out the new Warriors. It's scary. It's scary that they're
literally SJWs.
Yeah.
So
Literally.
tomorrow night we have on Scott from Chaotic Flux. He will be on again.
Oh, cool.
One last push for his, the end of his campaign, pretty much. Mandy, where y'all doing?
Tomorrow night, I am taking the night off. I'm going to be hanging out in this chat, supporting these guys, supporting Scott. Friday night, come check out my channel. We have John Malin on. We're going to be talking to Mark Bolton and Clint Holinsky about Sea Dog and Codename Kill Switch. And then I'm doing something on Saturday that I don't remember, but Sunday I will be over on Hotstar channel. We'll name that
Saturday we're doing Ink Spots.
Ink Spots, yes, and then Raging Golden Eagle, right? That the same name?
No, Saturday we've got
There we go.
Saturday's Ink Spots in the morning, in the afternoon.
Okay.
Yes, and then that night we have Doc Salem too.
Oh,
yeah,
Preston.
there's my hot mess of a schedule, you guys.
Good Preston. Good Preston. I got to re-emphasize that.
Yes,
Yeah.
So maybe I should mention that tomorrow before the graded stream, I'm going to be on.
Yeah, well done.
You forgot.
Yeah.
Didn't you?
I'm going to be on the weekly Rumble panel with Chris Knight.
Oh, awesome.
I remember. It took me a second.
Yes.
My hamster's just slow in general.
Yes, everybody, I'm going to be going to that as well. I want to watch Piper, so make sure that y'all come. Let's support Piper, and y'all can hang out with me in the chat, and we can, it'll be fun, and we can support our girl that we love so much. And don't forget to plug your own mailing list, you guys. Peregrine.
Oh, yeah.
It's awesome. Like
Peregrine.
what?
Wings of the Falcon.
And also, Wart the Wizard is closing soon.
Yes.
Wart the Wizard's closing soon. You haven't given an official date yet, but you're sticking with the soon.
I'm sticking with soon because I'm still waiting on a few things from some artists, and I am finishing up the Drawn In tiers. But like I said, I can have my stuff done in like 2 days. So it's just I don't want to put a time because I don't want to rush anybody I want their stuff to be good, not rushed.
Right.
So, but yeah, it's coming soon. I've already ordered all the shit for it. So yeah, we're good. We're good. I've got it. I've got stuff coming every day of good stuff. So I got more bag and boards in today.
All excited that she'd opened the door and found a ton of bag and boards.
Yeah, I didn't know they were delivered. And I went outside to let the cat in. I was like, "Oh, look, I got something new." And it was like 10 o'clock last night, and it was my bags and boards.
Did you talk to her the day she got the Gemini mailer?
God.
Oh Lord.
She told me twice in the same day. And I was like, yeah, both times. Yeah, Gemini mailer.
Those things are so freaking cool.
They are, and when you start getting this stuff in, it's like, I don't know. There's something about that makes it. I mean, it's real, but it feels so much more real that I've done it. You know what I'm saying? This is happening. It's not. I've got the stuff to ship in now. I've got my my special Sharpies to sign everything with. I mean, it's just a really, really cool feeling when you start getting towards the end and you start getting your stuff in, and yeah.
The dream is becoming a reality.
Yes. And you get the butterflies again, like you do right before you launch, because you're about to send them out to people, and it's like, oh gosh, I really hope they like it. It's great. It's like a roller coaster.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a real quick screen share. I wanted to show y'all if anybody has not seen it. I don't need no.
Is it your penis?
Yes.
Oh.
I wanted to show this.
Yes. Yeah.
Remember to
very
thank
nice.
to thank your Piper for the bird window.
Yeah.
We're calling it the bird window now. It's
Yeah,
I like
that's
the
what I'm gonna
bird
call it, the
window.
bird window. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I will show. One night I'll show the full, the full thing. But yeah, this is her in color, and like I said, Peregrine will be in full color. Comics are a great medium. Art can invoke emotion. I got to change it again because I fucked up. Art can evoke emotion whether in color of black and white.
Oh.
Wait, please tell me that was something that happened after I was there and that didn't get by me. It did, didn't it? You just there. Editor, I'm helping.
So, Piper,
I'm not the editor on this book, though.
I was not. I didn't sign up for the mailing list because I don't.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have to. So I didn't catch that.
So there's an editor's job going, Piper. If you're, I'm joking. I'm joking. Oh, look at that.
Hey,
face,
it just
man.
so happens we have an opening.
Yeah. Okay, guys. But yeah, thank y'all so much once again for coming, hanging out, and thank y'all chat. If, like I said, without the chat, there wouldn't, none of us would be here. There wouldn't be any need for
It says you need an editor.
and I need an editor, and yeah. But anyway, guys, and once again, thank y'all so much. See us tomorrow night. We'll have Mr. Scott for Chaotic Flux. Try to close him out in a strong way, and we even might let Xavier back on. Like I said, y'all have a good one. We'll see y'all tomorrow night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I'll do it for
girl
Xavier.
in the
Yeah.
purple cheeks.
Yeah.